This is the only video you need for OPCAT 2025. Hi, I'm Casey and let me guide you sa OPCAT journey niyo. Hopefully naman after watching this video, nasagot natin lahat ng mga tanong nyo in mind. Also, for your convenience, naglagay ako ng timestamp sa baba as your guide. So, what is OPCAT? Ano nga ba ang OPCAT? Para mas madali nating intindihin, para makapasok sa UP, kailangan mo mag-OPCAT. OPCAT meaning University of the Philippines College Admission Test. So from the word itself, admission test. So part siya ng admission process sa UP. If you are an aspiring UP student, then nagpaplano ka na talagang mag-OPCAT. Okay, quick OPCAT basics lang para you know what to expect. Merong 4 subtests ang OPCAT. Language proficiency in English and in Filipino, science, mathematics, and reading comprehension in English and in Filipino. Ngayon, yung makukuha nyo sa OPCAT, hindi lang yun yung magiging basehan for your admission. Iko-combine yung OPCAT score nyo sa grades nyo from grade 8 to grade 11. So, iko-combine yun para makita ano yung score nyo for admission. Ang tinatawag doon ay UPG or the University Predicted Grade. Nasa official website din ng UP, na sinabi nila, kino-consider din daw nila ang socio-economic and geographic factors sa admission process. Ito ay para ma-implement ang policy of democratic access. So ate, sino yung mga pwedeng mag-apply sa OPCAT 2025? According to the UP website mismo, pwede ka mag-apply kung senior high school student ka na gagraduate in the year 2025. In short, grade 11 ka ngayon, mag-grade 12 ka next school year, gagraduate ka sa 2025. In short, magpa-first year ka, school year 2025 to 2026. Pwede ka din mag-apply kahit nakagraduate ka na ng senior high school, pero hindi ka pa nag-take ng any college courses up until 2025 to 2026 na school year. So, pwede ka pa rin mag-apply kahit graduate ka na ng senior high, pero hindi ka pa nagka-college. Kasi syempre, mag-a-apply ka nga kasi magka-college ka next year sa UP sana. Parang pwede ka mag-apply if you have final grades in grade 8 to grade 11 by the end of this school year, 2023 to 2024. Pwede ka rin mag-apply if you have not completed your application. Hindi mo tinapos yung application mo for OPCA 2021, 2022, 2023, OPCAT 2024, or hindi ka pa nag-OPCAT before. Maybe some of you are wondering, why apply or take OPCAT? Simple lang talaga yung reason. Kasi marami pong advantages and perks ang pagiging scholar ng bayan sa UP. One is free po ang tuition. So, malaking tulong na po yun, no? Hindi ka na magbabayad ng tuition mo sa college kung naipasa mo ang UP. Other than that, libre na nga yung tuition, meron ka pang quality education. Of course, there are other perks that comes with it naman, but I think yun ay 2 of the best reasons na I can give you. Naniniwala din po kasi ako na ang dami po talagang opportunities sa UP as an scholar ng bayan. So, if you're watching this video, might as well apply ka na for OPCAT and take OPCAT as well. Don't miss your chance, don't miss the opportunity. Kasi baka pagsisihan mo pang hindi ka nakapag-apply at take ng OPCAT in the future. Mas magandang nag-try ka. Ngayon, paano mag-apply? How to apply for OPCAT? Step 1. We fill out the application form 1. Form 1 muna. Actually, open na po yung online application since April 15 pa. Ang deadline po ng application for Form 1 is until May 15, 2024. Kaya-kaya pang humabol. Hindi naman to paunahan eh. Take your time filling out yung Form 1. Basta mapasa nyo on or before the deadline. There are also manual application pero available lang siya sa selected regional areas. For the online application, you just have to go to the website opcat2025online.up.edu.ph. Of course, pag wala pa kayong account, kailangan nyo mag-sign up. So, i-click nyo lang yung sign up here. Pag click nyo yung sign up, may mga reminders naman. Basahin nyo yon, please. So, we'll just discuss a few of the important reminders. I mean, importante naman yan lahat, pero wala tayong time to almost tackle everything sa video na to. Una, magsa-sign up kayo with a valid and existing email address, ha? Hindi yung gawa-gawa lang. Diyan din kasi isa-send yung activation link para ma-activate mo yung account mo. And for protection, pwede nyong i-on ang 2-step verification. Also, kung ano yung nasa birth certificate nyo, i-check nyo please. Yun din yung ilalagay nyo ha, sa full name and sa birth date nyo. para hindi na magkaroon ng delay sa processing. Kailangan parehas sila. Please double check ha, whenever nag-e-encode kayo. Please avoid typographical errors. And please only sign up once. Isang beses lang kayo magsa-sign up for the current UPCAT year. Ayan lang naman, basahin nyo yung other reminders dyan. They're easily understandable naman. Please avoid errors kasi hindi na siya ma-edit yung info na inilagay nyo. Kung nakagawa na kayo ng account, please do not forget your email and password. Isulat nyo na yan. Parang awan nyo na, kakailanganin nyo pa yan pag may UPCAT results na and other updates regarding UPCAT. Also, according sa UP website, it is encouraged na personal email yung gamitin nyo at hindi yung school email nyo. Okay, so basahin nyo din tong onting reminders ng UP and of course, read the UP privacy notice for applicants. Yung deadline ng Form 1 ay open now up until May 15. You don't have to rush. You can fill out Form 1 completely and accurately. Ang pinaka-importante talagang pag-isipan dito ay ano yung campus choice mo, my first choice and my second choice, and ano yung course choice mo, up to 4 choices. So, I'm going to flash the screen. So, this is your first campus choice and you're able to select a degree for your first campus. And this is your second campus choice and you can also select a degree for your second campus. So, I'm gonna quickly share lang a thing to consider para lang ma-utilize nyo talaga yung first choice and second choice campus. It is there for a reason. Yung second choice campus kasi, yun yung gagawin nyo ng backup campus. If ever, hindi kayo admitted sa first campus nyo or hindi kayo nakapasok sa first campus of choice nyo. So, ito na yung tip. So, yung ilalagay nyo sa first campus nyo, dito, pwede talaga kayong mangarap ng mataas. Most of the times, pinapangarap talaga ng tao makapunta sa UP Manila or UP Diliman for whatever reasons. And you can put that. Although I know na alam nyo rin na mahirap pasukan yung mga campuses na yon. Kasi taas din po yung admission score na kailangan. Mataas po ang university predicted grade kumpara sa mga ibang campuses. Yes, iba-iba ang UPG ng mga campuses. So, pag mas mataas yung UPG ng isang campus, mas mahirap makapasok sa campus na yon or mas mahirap makapasa. Kumpara pag mas mababa. So, yung ilalagay nyo sana sa second campus ay yung mas mabababa na UPG. Para pag hindi ka nakapasa sa first choice mo, may pag-asa ka pang ma-evaluate for your second choice kung pasado ka. So, ang sinasabi ko lang is maybe you can put UP Diliman or UP Manila as your first choice and provincial campuses as your second choice. You don't have to follow this, but I'm just saying this just so ma-lessen lang natin yung risk. And I'm not also saying na pag ginawa nyo to is makakapasa na kayo, ha? No, it still depends on your overall UPG or your admission score. Based nga dun sa UPCAT score nyo and sa grades nyo in grade 8 to 11. So, what I did before, yung first campus ko was UP Diliman. And then, yung second campus ko was UP Baguio simply because malapit ako sa UP Baguio. Yung proximity niya sa amin ay malapit lang. Gusto ko pa itong i-elaborate. Comment down below if need nyo pa ng another video regarding this para masagot ko lahat ng tanong nyo about it. For the degree programs, ito lang yung gusto kong sabihin. Wag na wag kayong pipili ng kursong ayaw nyo. Huwag talaga. Ideally, pumili kayo ng kursong gusto nyo. Once nakapasok ka naman na sa kahit anong campus, pasado ka na eh. Kahit hindi ka na-qualify sa mga courses mo. Kasi syempre yung courses, iba-iba yung demand niyan eh. Mas mahirap makapasok sa isang kurso na high yung demand. Kasi kung marami kayo, syempre, i-rank yung scores nyo. Magkakaroon ng quota, kumbaga. Kasi ilan lang din naman yung slots. But you don't have to think of that right now. Ang nagmamatter right now is pumili kayo ng kursong gusto nyo. And as much as possible, i-utilize nyo yung first choice, second choice, third choice, fourth choice, yung 4 na choices. Kayo lang talaga nakakaalam ng kursong gusto nyo. Do research. So just to help out lang ha, kung anong campus ang gusto nyo at anong course ang gusto nyo, pwede nyong ilagay sa Form 1. Yes, iba-iba yung degree programs na ino-offer per campus. May mga ino-offer na degree programs sa isang campus na unique lang, doon lang natatagpuan. Meron din namang mga pare-parehas na degree programs na ino-offer all throughout the campuses. So, kayo na yung bahala, basta make sure na yung ilagay yung degree program ay ino-offer ng campus na yon, ha? Here, the lesson, this is for UP Baguio. This is for UP Cebu. This is for UP Extension Program, Pampanga. This is for UP Diliman. Dami, no? Dami. UP Visayas, UP Los Baños, UP Manila, UP Tacloban, UP Mindanao, and UP Open University. Now, step 2, need naman nang i-fill out si Form 2A. Also, open na po ulit yung application up until May 22. 2024. For Form 2A, only a duly authorized school official ang pwede pong mag-fill out ng Form 2A. So sa amin dati, school na yung gumawa talaga neto. So you just have to request sa high school principal nyo or school head to fill out the Form 2A. Kasi basically, it's your high school profile. Also, sabi ng official UP website, mga schools with an existing valid email address sa database nila, the online portal shall automatically forward a request to your high school principal or school head para hindi na kayo mag-request. Sila na. Anyway, pag napasa na si Form 2A, pag na-accomplish na ng high school nyo yung Form 2A, manonotify naman kayo na nasubmit na. So, yung step 3, para lang naman sa non-Filipino applicants, basically, magbabayad sila ng application fee. But if you're a Filipino, hindi mo na gagawin yun. Step number 4, mare-receive mo na yung test permit mo. Manonotify ka via your email. Kailangan valid yung email mo kasi yun yung gagamitin mo all throughout your OPCAT journey. So, of course, kailangan mo i-download yung test permit mo from the online application portal. Kailangan mo i-print yung test permit mo ha. Kasi you will present and submit your test permit to the proctor sa mismong OPCAT date nyo. May instructions naman doon how to print the test permit. So, please follow that na lang. Even if may test permit ka na, kailangan mo pa rin magdala ng school ID or any valid government ID. Now, we proceed to step 5. Ito na yon. Magte-take ka na ng OPCAT. Depende sa schedule mo kung kailan nakaschedule yung OPCAT mo. Either August 10 yon or August 11, 2024 and either morning session ka or afternoon session. So basically, pupunta ka dun sa test center na nakaspecify dun sa test permit mo. Of course, naka-indicate naman kasi yan dun sa Form 1. May itatanong doon, diba? Ako before, nag-take po ako sa Vigan City, Ilocos Sur. Ayan. So these are the test centers sa Region 1, Ilocos. Ito naman po yung sa Region 2. Yan naman for Region 3, Central Luzon. Ito naman for Region 4A, Calabarzon. Region 4B, Bimaropa. Region 5, Region 6, Region 7, Region 8, Region 9, Region 10, Region 11, 12, 13, 14. Bangsamoro, Autonomous Region in Muslim Mindanao, and sa NCR po. Pwede nyo namang i-pause and pwede nyo namang i-visit yung official UP website. Nandoon naman po yan. Here are some reminders. Ano yung mga dadalhin sa mismong OPCAT day. You need to bring your test permit. You need to bring a school ID or any valid government ID. You need to bring 2 good quality pencils. 2. Kasi if ever may nangyari dun sa isa, meron ka pa. Also bring a sharpener, a rubber eraser, and snacks. The test will last about 5 hours. Yung paggamit ng cellphone, yung paggamit ng camera, yung paggamit ng calculating device like calculator during the OPCAT ay bawal. So, ibig sabihin sa math, hindi kayo magka-calculator. Manual lahat. Now we go to step number 6. Oo, may gagawin pa kayo after taking the OPCAT. So step number 6, you have to fill out Form 2B within August 12 to September 15. Pwede mo nang gawin to once na na-receive mo na yung high school records mo and kung kompleto na yung grades mo in grades 8 to 11. Pupunta ka lang sa website, yung email address and password input mo. Mapunta ka dun sa application portal. And there, just fill out the Form 2B completely and accurately. Last step na tayo. Step 7. Ito, madali na lang to. I-check mo lang kung na-upload na sa online portal yung kinomplete mong Form 1 and Form 2B. Actually, manonotify ka naman by email regarding the status of your application. And pwede mo rin naman monitor yung status ng application mo by logging onto your UP College Admission online account. Alright, so some reminders na lang ha. So please check with your school if a copy of your school record sealed in an envelope with wet signature on flap has been sent to UP. Bakit? Kasi non-submission will render your application incomplete and shall not be processed. So, pakicheck na lang yun, ha? Tapos na, at last, ang kailangan nyo na lang hintayin ay yung application results. Isa-summarize na lang natin. I'm gonna show it sa screen. This is actually from the official account ng UP sa Facebook. So, sinummarize na nila mismo para sa inyo yung mga deadlines, yung process on how to apply. Nakaayos na rin dyan. If narating mo pa tong part ng video na to, thank you so much for watching. Mag-comment lang kayo. I'll try to answer every question that you have. And then, as you can see guys, I'm gonna go back sa YouTube. So, tell me ano yung mga gusto nyong videos. Currently, we're actually 6,000 subscribers right now. So, thank you so much. Please do subscribe. I'm going to be your bestie. Hindi ko kayo pababayaan.